Yo, what's going on, chat? So, Alpo's killer has been released from jail today after being found not guilty of killing Alpo in Harlem about three Halloweens ago, uptown. Alpo was in his truck. When he was shot, he was throwing a bunch of drugs out the car, allegedly saying he was back in the game. This was all over a female. This was not no old beef from back in the day. I know a lot of people thought that somebody from back in the day probably did it, but this was a new beef that he sparked up. It was all over a female, y'all. But guy got off on self-defense because Alpo was threatening him. Alpo had the weapon, but he is free now. Yeah, I know Vlad looking for him right now to do an interview. He did about 2 years. He got caught like a week or two after the murder took place on Halloween. If those don't know who Alpo is, he was a big time drug dealer in Harlem. Confessed to killing his best friend, Rich Porter. That they made the movie Paid in Full about him, AZ and Rich Porter. They was like 15, 16 with like 30 cars. He did about 25 years and got out. He was in witness protection when he was released way up in Maine. They gave him a new identity, a new job. He was working a warehouse job with a bunch of white people. But he felt like it was too boring. It's not what he was used to. He was used to the fast life in Harlem, so he left witness protection a few years before he was killed, went back to Harlem. Because in the movie, in Paid in Full, he said, I'll give up some guys in D.C., but I ain't giving nobody up in Harlem, because when I come home, I'm still going to be the king. So he didn't tell on nobody in Harlem, but he gave up about 20 Washington, D.C. guys. That's why D.C. people hate New York so much. Cameron was shot in Washington, D.C. because they didn't know the difference between the movie Paid in Full and real life. So when Cameron went to Washington, D.C., he ended up getting shot down there right after the movie came out. What goes around comes around. Dudes don't got to do no more jail time behind killing Alpo. Well, we're not even going to say he killed him because he got acquitted. But the guy that was charged for killing Alpo is a free man now. He just beat it. I'm surprised they ain't charge him with he must be able to conceal and carry or be a licensed gun owner, because in New York, even if you get found not guilty for the murder, you still will get charged for the gun. Like, you'll still have to do like 5 years just for the gun. So he either took the gun from Alpo or he has a license to carry. That's the only two ways he ain't get charged for the gun. But he's scot-free now. It's good. His Rich Porter's sister and niece and all of them are throwing a party celebrating for him. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about all this. Y'all think he deserve to be free? Just leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, my name Work. I'm doing daily updates.